Hello everyone on YouTube and welcome to the 21 part tutorial of how to model a basketball court arena. Alright, I'm gonna press 3 here just to show you this one that I haven't added any, um, you know, uh, geometry to this. I mean, I need to add a little bit more edges, though we decided that this one will look like this, right? It should be a little bit that way, but this one I wanna go and right click, choose vertices. I'm gonna grab these and bring them back that way a little bit. So they will look like this, and that's good. Press F8, and now I'm gonna add my edge loops here, so I can make it look a little bit sharper, this area. And also, after this, what we will do is we'll start. Okay, that's fine. We'll start and create holes, and here at this spot and here. Now, I'm a little bit worried about this one here because I think that I did a little bit, I need to bring this back a little bit. I thought I already done so, but maybe I brought it back to the same position it was. And let me first check the height here. Also, the height is a little bit different, by the way. You see, this is where the, the ring should be here, basically downwards. So maybe I could have played with this a little bit more, like grabbing all the three to side view, all those, switch here, and just let's see where this thing is. Okay, this is where the ring should be, there. Okay, so if we are taking a look at this right now, I have the feeling that I need to maybe lower it a little bit downwards. Though, you know what, I'm really not concerned that much about this. I mean, we can assemble two holes in that spot. I mean, one hole here, one hole here. So let's start. I'm gonna grab this, shift right click, and I'm gonna insert edge loops somewhere here, that way, and one over here. Now, here you see it stays on the same angle, this line here. So I'm not worried about adding more geometry here. Nothing is like should look a little different. I'm just creating a few more edge loops in order to create this safe area that I will be able to basically assemble a holder. So I'm just adding a little bit geometry to this. Now, by the way, we didn't add any, any more supporting edge loops to this. So maybe I will add a few here. So let's start with this one. We're gonna add one here and one there. And we're gonna add one here and one there. Sometimes it's just better to do this at this point before you trying and mess up with other things here. I think that this one already has enough edge loops. Let's see what will happen if I press 3. Okay, I do need more edge loops, and mainly here, there, down here, there, and here, and there, and of course here at the very end of this. So if I'll press 3 now and press F8, let's have a look. Let's turn off the wireframe on shaded. I want to see the geometry that way without all those edges. Okay, I do need to add one here, but right now this one is not really that important at this moment. I'm gonna add one here, and one there. Let's have a look. So we have one here, we have those two that we added, and yeah. So that's fine. Now let's get back to this pivot thing. Now you may want to lower it down. I mean, if it's supposed to be that way, it probably should be a little bit down, a little bit more down this thing here. Though I don't want to ruin anything here, so I'm gonna keep it that way for now. But I do want to make sure that I have a few edge loops that's supposed to be here. So I created those two, and here I have this one and this one, but I need two more. I mean, for each one of them. So I'm gonna add one here next to this one. Sorry. Here. This is weird. Let's undo a few times. Okay, now let's add this one here and that one over here. And I will switch to side view to have a look on this. I want to be able to know exactly where this hole is going to be. So it's going to be here, right? So I'm gonna pick this edge here. Control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. This way we'll have this edge here. And I'm gonna grab this edge and control right click and split. So using this point here, we will be able to extract this. Now you see it's not really on the middle, so I want it to be in the middle, this line here. I mean, this one is somewhat on the half cut of this, but this one is not. So shift right click, slide, edge tool, middle mouse button, click, hold and drag. And we can position it that way so it will be a little bit more on the middle. I'm gonna also take a look here that it's not interfering here with something. Okay, let's say that it's a little bit snapping or something. It's not really sensitive, it's snapping, so it's oversensitive. Those things you can not predict how much time it will take. Just snapping there somewhere. I'm not sure why. None of the snapping features is working right now, activated. You know what, I'm gonna grab this one and do the same. It's also snapping in this point. Not sure why it's snapping to the origins. Okay, I'm starting having doubts about this tool, slide edge tool. Let's do this from perspective view. I'm just lost here. Let's have a look at this. Still snapping for some reason. It's always snapping to the same point where I'm stopping it. That's the problem here. So if I move it here and then... Okay, I think that's one goes good. Yeah, this one is okay. So let's grab this one. Alright. Alright. So I understand what's the problem. It's you need to set it just somewhere else and then bring it back. It's somewhere will meet the where it should be, okay? Just relocate it. Like if you relocate it here and release and then grab it and move it here, it will be easier for you to set it where you want it. So let's switch here. Gonna right click, choose vertex, gonna grab this vertex. No, I'm gonna stay on the side view. Shift right click, chamfer vertex, and I'll press F8 to bring it back to object mode, perspective mode. So I just deleted, just chamfered this vertex on this side. This side we will patch whatever we will do here over here. So, or maybe I will find another best way to do this. You will see. I'm gonna press 1. Yeah, these are like, not sure why they are like this. I mean, I can move the vertices here, just over here a little bit, and just organize this so it will look better. But let's continue with this thing. I'm gonna delete this face, and let's isolate this so we can work. And what I will do here, I'm gonna grab this edge first, and from the side view I want to have a look on this. Now I want to set it to be cubic, and for some reason right now it's like doesn't look good, so I will do it manually with vertices one by one. Alright, so this one here, so this one will be here, this one will be here, these 4, we'll use the scale tool, set it that way, and then we will expand it and maybe move it all together to the center of this hole. Press F8 and switch over this perspective mode. Oh, maybe I'll rotate it that way. Just a little bit, not much. Okay, now we're gonna add those extra edge loops here. Extra edges. Multicut tool, click here, and here we need the 50, right? So right click, uh, 50. Okay, let's say that way it's okay. 50 and here and 50. All right, so we can set those all 0.5, 0.5. You can see on the work area how they are just a little bit relocating themselves. Yeah, that's already 0.5. Alright, so with that done, I'm gonna grab those that the vertices of those that I just created. I'm gonna scale them uniformly, though I don't want to. I want to make sure I didn't select anything here, and then do this. So I'm scaling them just a little bit that way. See, so you get this circle kind of look. And if I press 3, you can see it's becoming a circle. I'm gonna select this nice poly and press 3 to smooth preview it first. Then I grab this edge again, or the vertices, right? And I'm gonna expand it and making sure that this is somewhat on the center. Not somewhat, but try to do your best to center this that way, because this should go pretty good, pretty easy. Okay, so let's say we are satisfied with that. Now press 1, sorry, go over perspective mode, and what I will do here is I'm gonna simply grab this edge, extrude it. You know what? This is a little bit problematic. So what I will do here, I won't extrude it. This should be a little bit like going outside, and then the pin will come. But if this is the, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add edge loop here. No, I'm gonna right click, choose edge. I'm gonna double click on this edge. I'm gonna go over mesh, fill hole. Where's the fill hole? I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm gonna extruct this. So I want to have this here by my side. Okay, I mean there where it is. And then I would be able to grab only those edges, open them up a little bit that way. So this will be the room for, will be like the pin, and will be the frame. Oh, okay, you will see. I'm gonna extrude this and extrude this out that way. Okay, now right now I'm not concerned. Well, I do concern a little bit about this one. Okay, this one should meet this one, and according to this, then we have a problem if that is the way. Okay, let's bring it over here. Let's see how it goes. If I press 3, then it's the same. So okay, let's extrude it once more. Let's switch to scale tool and do the same over here. Now I will isolate this. I'm gonna grab this edge. Oh, I need that face there. So I'm gonna bring them 2 again. Gonna isolate them both. And then press F8. Let's grab this. I'm gonna extrude it just so it will be easier for me to see this. So now I can grab this edge and okay, where is it? Yeah. So it's already selected. So I'm gonna turn off the X-ray and I'm gonna expand it so it will meet this that way, and then I will be able to extrude it inwards to the other side. Yeah. Now I don't want to mess around too much. I'm already messing around here, so what I will do here is simply grab this frame and then double click on that one, shift select this one and double click on this one, And I'm gonna go over duplicate, where is the duplicate? Duplicate. And with that duplicate, I press F8 3 times, unselect this, and I want to bring this one. Gonna go over modify, center the pivot for it first, and I'm gonna bring this one that way. Now it should remain as it is, so we have a problem. We can't really rotate it. I mean, any attempts to rotate it will change the way that the geometry here is following. So what I can do is grab all those here as they are. Okay, those faces here. So I'm grabbing only the vertices. See? All those. And pushing them outwards. So let's say let's see where it is. If I'm relocating them, it's a little bit weird. Let's just mirror this. I'm gonna move this over here, and I'm gonna go over mesh, mirror, shift right click, mirror, and let's say -x. Well, that's nice. So I'll press F8 3 times, and let's grab these face. Okay, not those. Well, I thought it won't attach them and it will leave some space, but it didn't. So I will grab those, that black here, because those are the normals. That flipped, so I can recognize them. I'm gonna grab these and only left with this one. So here you can simply right click, choose face, delete those 4 faces, grab this one, D, hold on the V key, grab it, bring it here. So I changed the pivot over this vertex here, so it will attach to this vertex here. So hold on the V and snap it that way. Now I'm gonna right click, choose vertices, and I'm gonna bring them a little bit inside that way. Now I'm not moving them on side axes, only using the, I mean, I do, but I move them so they will stay on that surface. I'm not touching the X, basically, the X axis, okay? As long as you play with the Z and the Y, then they will remain on the same level surface that this is at. Okay, so F8, let's grab both of them. Mesh, combine, they will disappear because they are isolated. Now I can grab this, and I have no idea what that edge is. Let's see. Where did you come from, edge? That's very, very weird. Let's delete those. And oh, there are remaining from the other one. Okay, let's use the merge vertex tool. Merge, merge, merge. Merge. Vertex tool. Let's attach this one over here. This one over here. According to this, they should be the same spot, okay? Because we only mirror this thing. So you don't need to be afraid to do this. It's supposed to be perfectly there. And now, because I relocated those vertices, I can patch them now into place easily that way. Just like that. And of course we can add a little bit more geometry there. I mean, tweak the geometry there. So if you have time for this, do this. I mean, you know, making sure that like these vertices are, you can double click on the move tool here, the move icon, and change to normal or something. And according to this, like as I said, you don't want to move them on the axis. So only you can only play with this, and that way, you know, set them in a way that these are straight, those edges, and let's say those here are that way. Okay, so you're just smoothing this all edges so they will look better. So I'm pressing 3 right now just to see this, and I'm gonna add those extra edge loops after I see that everything is patched. So edge loop here, you can add one more edge here, you can add the edge here, 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 there, and let's do the same over here. So one that way, one very close there, here, there, here, and there. If you're really concerned about this, we will do this one, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, and one offset that will maintain these here sharp. Okay, press F8, 3, smooth preview this, and here we go, we have these. Now the thing is that we can always grab those and, you know, the vertices here, I mean, in this side, and those here. And if I will press unisolate, I mean, I don't want to isolate this, so I can use the move tool, the scale tool, sorry, to stretch them as much that I like, that way. Okay, just don't forget to grab all those vertices, including, if I will isolate this, including those that I just added here. Okay, don't miss them. So that's pretty weird. I thought that it was attached. Or maybe it's because I selected them as that way. Anyway, you can keep it that way. No harm. Press F8. And you see, that looks fine. So now we only need, well, what is it there? Something is just interfering me to see the other side. It's the face that I extracted, I think. Well, I don't want this, I don't want this, but I do want to grab this. What if I center the pivot for it? Will be a great idea. Now, because this is that way, it's the one that I extruded there. So the face that I extracted and then extruded, we can simply do something with it, create a pin from it. So let's have a look. I have a center here. I think I can snap it to the center. Here you go. So this is the center. And now we can, I'm gonna do this by vertices. I don't want to scale this right away, like scaling. I want to make sure that it's that way. See, just a little bit inside there. Then I will be able to grab this one, this face, extrude them out, just a little bit out, making sure that the other one is going out as well. And then I will extrude them once out, again, extrude, and then out. And here, I'm gonna tap on one of those and do something like so. And then extrude once again, just a little bit more out, just a little bit coned. So it's coned here. This is what I've done. I just done something like so. Okay. Now press F8. I'm gonna grab this face. I'm gonna grab this face. I'm gonna go over mesh. Okay. Edit mesh. I really wonder where this option is, and here it is. Poke. Okay. So if you use earlier versions, you will see it poke face, but we need to poke this anyway. And now if I will press 3, that looks that way. I need to add a little bit more geometry, more edge loops here. So I'm gonna add one edge loop. Okay, here I can't for a very good reason, by the way. So let's add this one here. And let's add one here, that way. Let's isolate this. I want to see this. Isolation. And one here just for the fun of this. And one here in between those two. Let's press 3. So this is how I want this to look like. Okay, just that way. See? If you want to play with those, maybe you can do this. I mean, you can grab all those vertices here. You want to make it a little bit less beveled. You can switch that way to scale tool and do something like so, just a little bit less. I'm gonna grab this edge. Control right click, edging utilities, edging and split, and press F8, and voila. So let's unisolate this, and here you go. We have a pin over here. I think that's pretty good. Okay. We can also duplicate this and use it. Now, yeah, we can duplicate this. So I'm gonna duplicate it, Control D, and bring it down over here. I guess that this one should be, of course, a little bit more longer. Let's scale this up. It's not even the same diameter. It's kind of weird because I was relying on the other one. But yeah, I've done some mistakes here and there, so I can understand why that happened. Let's bring this here. Let's see if I can snap it to the center of this. Alright. So I can scale this downwards and have a look. So I assume this is a good position where it should be. I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, that way. And when we will mirror, this won't be there. Though I'm gonna isolate this for a second because I want to try and do something here. You see this one, this edge? I'm gonna open up a little bit that way, and that's a shame because I can a little bit play with the vertices of this and set it to be even frame. Though, you know what? I won't bother with that. That's just not really big of an issue. So leave it that way. What I will do here is grabbing this and just duplicate this and bring it here, and let's set it to the center of this and try to snap this and see if it snaps. Alright. It looks like it doesn't want to snap, so I will have to play some more of this one. Also stretching this a little bit more. Alright. Let's leave it that way. I am gonna play with that much. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this part of the tutorial. We will continue the next part to create the hole here and hopefully finish with all this pivot nonsense. Okay, so thank you for watching and have a nice day. See you soon at the next part.